relaxing morning with a couple of good friends. What more could you add to make it special? Well, I'll tell you what you can add. You can add shitloads of money, gambling, round robins, teasers. We have it all here on Brunch Betting. That's right. It's XFL Jim, Chase, Lupine Fiasco, Sessoms, and Erik, Uncle Rico, Magoo, giving you the best sports plays you can find. That's right, bitches. It's Brunch Time Betting. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Brunch Time Betting. As always, it is me, XFL Jim.
Look, this is what happens when a guy is coming right down in your face.
Joined by the luscious man to my right. It is Chase, Lupine Fiasco, Sessom. And of course, the man, the myth, the legend himself. It is Erik, a.k.a. Uncle Rico. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Shout out I Hate the Lakers. Shout out Let's Make Some Money. Shout out Sports Facts.
I'm already looking up to see if there are any big carryovers because I know I'm going to get that question.
You will get that question at least once or twice, Chase.
Yep.
Love Sports Facts.
The Big 12 preview is done. Check it out. The college football tailgate, everybody. Erik does like Oklahoma State this year.
I do.
I like the Gus Malzahn team. It means I must be right.
I think that might just mean that this is a very crazy year.
Could be.
I hate the CFL right now, and I hate the command center. Both games had blatant calls, and it's not just I saw it last week. The big story, obviously, is the Riders Red Blacks tie that happened because of just some blatantly bad calls. Great comeback from the Riders, gets into overtime, gets into double overtime, and then a flubbed roughing the passer call where, by the way, the offensive lineman cut blocks, tripping the defensive lineman to fall into the quarterback, causing a roughing the passer.
Ooh.
To end the game and make it a tie instead of a Rough Riders win.
So it's not that kind of UFL reviewable where they can see they could say, okay, the cut block caused the roughing the passer.
Well, the thing is, so what I always thought the command center in the CFL was for scoring plays and coaches challenges. And so they had the Ottawa coach challenged before that one. So their challenge in overtime was already used. And then just this is the last play of the game. Minutes pass, and then the command center's like, oh, no, wait, we're actually going back.
So timeout. The coach gets one challenge per game, correct?
So you get one challenge, and then you get another challenge every overtime.
So had he ran out of challenges? I guess that's my question.
Yes.
So he had ran out of challenges.
He had already used his challenge for the overtime.
Why are they even looking at that?
They just decided to look at it. Presumably because it was the game-ending play. But even looking at it, I don't know how you call roughing the passer if the offensive lineman basically trips and shoves you into the quarterback.
I'm sure. All right, hold on. I'm sure the CFL got more than their fair share of shit for this.
Oh, dude, CFL fans online, on Reddit, on Twitter have been going ham on it.
And enough that the CFL probably should have to respond to it. Have they not responded and not said anything regarding the decision and everything?
I haven't seen anything yet, but also I talked with Erik on Spring Fever. Last week in the Hamilton-Montreal game, they missed maybe the worst call I had ever seen, where they deemed a fumble that was an obvious fumble into it's unrecoverable because Montreal it was so stupid. Some of the rules making is very stupid. It's been a fun season, but the command center has been very wildly inconsistent at points.
And hey, rouges, you get rouges.
We have had a couple Rouges. They haven't decided any games like they did last year. That was very funny last year when like a Rouge decided one game or two.
A Rouge.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful game they play up north. But that's what was pissing me off this week. Do you guys watch any preseason at all?
No.
I'm
Actually, yeah,
glued
I
to
did
the
a little bit.
Olympics.
You did, Eric?
A little bit.
What'd you watch?
Last night at Old Bill's Pizza, they're playing the Steelers and Texans game.
Oh.
Just nothing too fancy. Nothing too fancy.
Chase, how the Olympics been?
First of all, I think it's an undercover POG convention. That's for sure.
I don't think it's undercover whatsoever. I think this is just Pog City there.
It's just booty meat on booty meat.
Yeah.
It's been good. So the track and field has been electric. It's been absolutely electric to watch. Like, good for Sha'Carri Richardson, who got her gold in the 100-meter or the 4x100 last night. I knew the pressure was on her. The whole Noah Lyles like running the 200 with COVID thing is just absolutely ridiculous. This has been everything that I've ever wanted out of an Olympics, and like the memes and everything has made this Olympics the best Olympics ever.
It's been very fun. I loved him just immediately getting the wheelchair out.
Yeah. Did you? And the guy from Botswana who beat him in the 200, who said something along the lines of like, or the guy from Botswana who beat him, who was like, I don't get
The gratification.
Or not the gratification, but the eyes on me that Noah Lyles gets because I'm not like an arrogant prick like Noah Lyles is essentially what he said. And it's like, yeah, he kind of right though.
I love it. I love it.
I remember seeing LeBron too start to like think people were cheering for him on that one moment when it was the French swimmer that had come into the stadium.
There was a supposedly undercover locker room audio of LeBron chewing out Steve Kerr for either like not playing Jason Tatum against Serbia or something like that. I'm kind of ready for that dude to retire at this point.
Really?
Hey, they play today, boys. Big game. Big game against the hometown heroes.
The hometown heroes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
French fucks. I'm going to tune in for that one. That's going to be like
Tony Parker still playing for France.
Dude, Serbia had him on the ropes, dude.
They did.
Yeah, they should. I was surprised to see that the USA came back and won that. I thought that they had lost.
They actually had him on the ropes, so
good for them. You boys ready to get some bets in?
Let's go.
Before the bets, though, have you guys had anything for brunch today?
I have not.
A little coffee. Eric, did you have a workout for brunch? Is that what you had for breakfast?
I did have a nice little workout with my girl. I don't even know, Kamara or whatever her name is. This little Latina princess on Peloton. Nice little bike ride.
I thought that was just going to be. I thought you were just going to say you blew somebody's back out this morning. I thought that's where you were going to go with.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's why he's got towel.
Good for you, Uncle Rico.
Eating a popsicle. Just yeah.
Yeah, I want to see Erik come in shirtless with the towel on and just have a cigarette dangling in his mouth. That'd look great.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Blowing backs out.
I did some steak and eggs. That's what I did.
Really?
Yeah, I made some over easy eggs. Had some steak. Oh,
was
great.
It leftover steak or did you make a?
Yeah,
steak?
so I got a bunch of steaks from the grocery store yesterday. We had steak last night.
Okay.
So I just cooked some more up. Just kind of heated it up a little bit and had the eggs with it. It was awesome.
Was it delicious and nutritious?
It was delicious and I guess kind of nutritious. You can say kind of. All right, boys. I'll start us off. I'm going to go to the CFL. We have a big game today. The Hamilton Tiger Cats taking on the Montreal Alouettes. Another rematch here. The Alouettes are 7-point home favorites, but I'm not touching anything here. I'm going to the prop department, and I am going to take Davis Alexander over 274.5 passing yards.
Oh.
This Ticats defense isn't like fantastic, and they always break down. I will also take Bo Levi Mitchell under 274.5 passing yards. So double prop it up. Double prop.
Double prop.
Okay.
Like a biplane. Look at the man. Look at the man go.
Chase, where are you starting off?
I'm actually going to give some plays for Saratoga, but on Sunday. They canceled on Friday. They're running today, but it's going to be a sloppy mess. So I'm avoiding today and going straight to Sunday. And I'm looking at Saratoga Sunday race 6. It's 7 furlongs, $100,000 maiden special weight on the dirt. I've got a horse I'm going to win place bet, and that's the 6, Quickick. So it's like quick and then with ick next to it, Quickick. If you want half sibs that win early, then Quickick has it. Multiple half siblings out of the mare. Graham 6 by Graham Hall have been winners at first asking. And Tom Amos is a decent first out, and Dylan Davis is having a great meet. He's actually leading Saratoga, not in win percentage, not in money, but in ROI for the bettors. So the pair's hitting at 17% together this year. It's coming in off of a bullet work, so this one could be ready to fire in the debut. So give me the 6, Quickick, at 6-1.
Quickick. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Erik, where are we rolling?
We're going up to the MKE. Give me the Brewers and Reds over 8. For the year, the Brewers 4th best offense versus righties since the All-Star break. 6th best offense versus righties. Last 2 weeks, 3rd best offense versus righties. Over the last week, they have scored the most runs against right-handed pitching. Reds, the last 2 weeks, 7th best offense versus righties. Over the last week, they have scored the 3rd most runs against right-handed pitching. Brewers for the season, 59% to the over, 13% ROI. Brewers at home to the over, 65%, 24% ROI. Brewers versus the righties at home versus a right-handed pitcher at home, 65%, 25% ROI. Just a trend that hits, and I'm a pretty basic baseball bettor, and this is one of the angles I've been hitting on all year.
Erik's been killing it with the MLB. It's been a slog of a season, but he's just been chugging away.
I fucking can't wait for baseball to be done, dude.
I bet baseball for a month, and then I'm tired of that. I'm just okay, I get it.
From my limited experience actually betting the sport, it feels like baseball is the biggest chore to bet.
Oh my God. You got to look at so much shit. It's like, fuck you. That's how I feel betting baseball. That's how I feel betting baseball.
I'm moving to the West Coast. We're going to esports. We're going to League of Legends Championship Series over in California. We got 100 Thieves taking on Shopify Rebellion. I'm going to take over 2.5 matches, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on the plus 160 for the Rebellion on the money line.
It's starting to get a little unfortunate.
I don't mean to sound like you're fooling here.
League of Legends.
But what over 2.5 matches? I don't know what that means.
Best of 3 when they play. So they do 1 match, 2 match, 3 match, and then the best of 3 wins it.
Okay. So you're saying it goes to a 3rd match?
It can, unless you get stomped 2-0.
Yeah, but you're saying it's going to go.
I'm saying it's going to go to a 3rd match, and I'm going to say Shopify Rebellion gets the win. Best of 3 at plus 160. They upset 100 Thieves.
Did you guys?
Yeah, let's do that. League of Legos.
God, what was that show?
I used to watch that shit so much, dude. Back in the day, I used to watch it all the time.
I know you. I know, of course, you did.
What was that show? God damn, the one with The Rock on HBO. Ballers.
Yeah, Ballers.
See the one where, the defensive lineman he had started his own E team.
That was a big thing in 2015, 2016. That was a big thing. Was athletes and whatnot started. Rick Fox started an esports team.
Rick Fox.
Yeah, I know.
He's a gorgeous man. He got the good hair.
Rick Fox.
Good hair. That was a big thing back in the day.
But yeah, Erik, I remember Vernon and Fat Reggie from Crenshaw getting their esports team.
I don't mean this disrespectfully. When I first started watching the show, I looked at Reggie and I thought he was the dude from the Steelers. Oh my God. He works on ESPN right now.
Oh, Ryan Clark.
I thought he was Ryan Clark. I was like, oh, Ryan Clark's in the show. And when you look at the two side by side, they fucking look. I was like, oh shit, Ryan Clark.
It's very
have you ever noticed in the credits who one of the executive producers is, and he's actually written a couple episodes? Richard Mendenhall.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of the executive producers of the show.
It's loosely based on his life.
I guess so.
Chase, what's your number 2?
We're going to the next race at Saratoga on Sunday. Race 7, the 6.5 furlong, $12,500 claiming on the dirt. I've got a big long shot price that I'm going win, play, show on. It's the 5 Ribbons and Medals at 15-1. So basically, there's no pace in this race. No one wants to go out to the lead. And usually, if the horse that goes out to the lead in these races is the horse that's going to end up wiring the field and winning the race, that's why I expect Ribbon and Medals to do. And I look at the time form projections. This one could find itself on the lead with a slow pace. And I think I agree with time form that it's going to be in the mix early and get and hold and steal it from the front. Plus, I got Ricardo Santana Jr. up, who gets this mount, who should be on the engine early. And this is exactly the kind of mount that I want Ricardo Santana Jr. on, because what he does best is get his horse into a drive and running early. He could not think his way out of a wet paper bag, but he can ride like the wind. So I'm hoping Ricardo goes no thinky, just Cindy here.
I dig it. I dig it.
So there's it was 4 or 5 years ago. Like our boy Bobby, who sometimes watches this, him and I were at the OTP, and he is a huge Santana fan. And if he doesn't know what to do, he will just blindly bet him. He did like a $1 pick 3, just Santana. He won in 3 long shots, and he got it was like $2,500 on a $1 bet.
Sheesh.
I don't think he's won a horse bet since, but he always talks about that.
He used up all of his good luck there.
Got to save some of the cheese whiz,
Erik, where are we going for number 2?
I'm going to Miami, dude. Give me the Marlins and the Padres over 8.5. This year, games at Marlins Field, 70% to the over, 35.5% ROI. Phillies for the year, best offense versus righties since the All-Star break, 4th best offense versus righties. Padres on the road versus righties to the over, 58.3%, 14% ROI. Marlins, they've kind of been sneaky good since the All-Star break. 10th best offense versus righties. When we look at Walden, the pitcher for the Padres, he's pitched 3 games since the break. All of them have gone to the over. Munez is pitching for the Marlins. Last start, 5.24 ERA, 3.13 whip, which is god awful. Since the All-Star break, 6.27 ERA, 1.43 whip. I think the Padres are going to be able to get to him. I think the Marlins are going to be sneaky good. I think this should be at least over 10. I'll take the Marlins and Padres over 8.5.
Hell yeah. My last main bet, boys. We're going to the preseason. I'm looking tonight. We got Chiefs, Jags. I'm going to take the Jags minus 1.5 versus the Chiefs. I just feel like the Jags have a little bit more in their depth that they're trying to prove, trying to see what they got. And I think they're going to be playing a little bit harder. Give me the Jaguars minus 1.5 versus the Chiefs.
Is what's-his-face even playing?
Which one? Which what's his face?
Mahomes?
Probably not.
Gonna guess no.
But I bet Mac Jones is.
I bet
Mac Jones is for the Jags, so let's get some Mac Jones. As far as a preseason quarterback goes, I bet Mac Jones is one of the better ones.
I gotta think he is. I would agree.
He's probably going to be splitting sometime with Beathard. It's him and Beathard.
Who's the backup for Kansas City?
They have Ian Book on roster. They have I forget. So look, Kansas City depth chart quarterback. It's Carson Wentz, according to ESPN.
Oh Christ!
So it's Patrick
bet the
Mahomes,
house
Carson
on the
Wentz,
Jaguars.
Chris Oladukin, and Ian Book.
Carson's just gonna put on a freaking show.
He's gonna tear his ACL the second he steps on the field.
He's gonna sprain all 3 ankles at the same time.
Oh man!
All right, Chase, what's your third?
This Sunday, race 8 at Saratoga, 5.5 furlongs, $150,000. The Mahoney Stakes on turf. I've got the 9 Reef Runner at 8-1. I'm going to do a win place bet here. Reef Runner earned the right to face tougher with the win back in July and a $75,000 optional claimer. I think this one looks like it's really rounding into form, and I have the sneaking suspicion that this one just might appreciate the soft turf a little bit more than it liked in the Gulfstream surface where it's shipping up from. So I've got the 9 Reef Runner, 8-1, win place in the Mahoney Stakes, race 8 on Sunday. No, there are. I looked, and there are not.
Nothing.
No. It's all jackpot carryovers, and they're not worth playing.
Oh, yeah. Erik, what do we got for number 3?
This one, I had to dig. I'm going out to the West Coast. Give me the Pirates, first 5, minus 110. Skeens, 73%, 15.9% ROI, first 5. Since the break, Dodgers are the 3rd worst hitting team against right-handed pitching. Last time Skeens pitched, kind of looked good against the Dodgers, shut them down. Pirates top 10 offense against righties since the break. I think the Dodgers win the game, but I think the Pirates are going to cover the first 5 because I don't think the Dodgers are going to be able to hit Skeens. So I'll take the Pirates first 5, minus 110.
I like what I'm hearing. Boys, you ready for the round robin?
I'm ready, my friend.
Chase, we'll start off with you.
All right, I've got a pick 3, and this is for today at Del Mar. It starts race 7. In race 7, we're going to use the 1-4. In race 8, we're singling the 2, Anisette, who is the most likely winner probably in horse racing today, not just at Del Mar. And then in third leg, we're using 3-7-8. So that's 1-4, race 7, 2, race 8, 3-7-8, race 9.
Whew. Erik, where are we rolling?
Pirates first 5. The 2 overs that I talked about, the Padres over 8.5, Brewers over 8. I'm taking the Tiger Cats on the money line, and I did Aaron Judge over 1.5 total bases, and that's in the early game.
I like it. I'm doing just a nice, simple 3-sport. Actually, let's make it 4-sport and make it safe. I'm going the Chargers on the money line in the preseason versus the Seahawks. I'm taking the Montreal Alouettes -7 versus the Ticats. I'm going with the Toronto Blue Jays money line over the A's. I'm going to go USA France over 174.5. And I got one more bet for the people. Because it is NFL preseason, we have teasers again. Let's go with the football. So I have
You're doing teasers in preseason football.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yes, I am, Erik.
Jim.
So here's what we're doing.
I'm going to DM Dave, and I'm going to tell him to not let me do teasers.
I'm teasing, number 1, the Minnesota Vikings up to 9 versus the Raiders.
Okay.
Next, I'm going to tease the Bengals down to a pick'em versus the Bucks. And then I'm teasing the Chargers +9 versus the Seahawks. That's where the money's at, baby.
That's rough.
You tease in the preseason.
I'm just glad you're not doing a chalk pick 3 at Horse Track is running today.
It's +150.
A chalk pick 3 at Tinseltown today.
All right, boys. Any parting words for the people before we get out of here and enjoy the rest of our beautiful Saturday?
Check out the college football tailgate.
Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, we pour our hearts and souls into it for like 2 hours.
And be ready for the college football tailgate later this month on Saturday mornings. Brunch Time Betting is going to be taking a little bit of a slumber. College football tailgate's coming back for your lovely Saturday mornings.
Yes, can't wait.
In 2 weeks we have games, no?
Is it 2 weeks? Yes. 2 weeks we have games. Be prepared, everybody. Wow. We'll see you guys next time for another beautiful episode of Brunch Time Betting. Love you guys. Bye-bye.